Pakistan is facing severe economic challenges with its present GDP at $411 billion, which is even lesser than some of the Indian states like Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu. Pakistan was bailed out for the 24th time by the IMF very recently with a loan of $1.2 billion. Politically also, Pakistan is in quite a mess with its present Shahbaz Sharif government facing a very stiff competition from the more popular Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf party of Imran Khan and the Pakistani military trying to steer the nation sitting in the back seat has created a complete governance deficit in the nation, and naturally the people of Pakistan are facing the heat. Pakistan is also very adversely affected by terrorism, especially all along its western border with Afghanistan and Iran. In the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa region, there is a terror group by the name of Tehreek-e-Taliban. They are a pro-Pashtun group that operates on both sides of the Afghanistan-Pakistan border and has been a reason for a lot of tension between Pakistan and Afghanistan in recent times. The Baluchistan Liberation Army is a separatist group and their aim is to sever away Baluchistan from Pakistan. Now, the land mass of Baluchistan is about 44% of the entire land mass of Pakistan. So you can imagine the size of Baluchistan if at all it separates from Pakistan. Now, in spite of all the chaos and instability that prevails in Pakistan, United States of America has quite recently developed a fondness for Pakistan. Now, what could be a reason for that? I would say there is one primary reason and two secondary reasons. The primary reason is that USA wants to counter Iran by having some kind of a foothold in Pakistan. Now, to understand this, we'll have to look at the map of Iran. Now, we will notice that there are 7 countries that share a land border with Iran. Starting from the west, we have Turkey and Iraq. Now, Turkey is a NATO member and Iraq has US troops deployed over there. To the north, there is Armenia, Azerbaijan and Turkmenistan. Now, Armenia is a Christian-dominated country. It has 95% Christians and naturally it has an affinity towards the West. Azerbaijan has been reportedly supporting Israel. In fact, Iran has been complaining that a lot of drone attacks happened from Azerbaijan during the Iran-Israel conflict. The Israelis were sitting there to gather intelligence and pass it back. Now, that leaves Turkmenistan to the north, which remained neutral. However, it had shared fairly good diplomatic ties with US, and the evacuation of the American citizens who were there in Iran at that point happened via the Turkmenistan border. Now, to the east is Afghanistan and Pakistan. Now, Afghanistan does not share a very good diplomatic relationship with Iran for the simple reason that when the Taliban came into force, when they came and started governing Afghanistan, a lot of refugees who were scared of the Taliban, they came into Iran and Iran gave them refuge. So naturally, the relationship between Iran and Afghanistan has not been very good. Now, this brings us to Pakistan. Pakistan and Iran share a land border which runs through the province of Baluchistan of Pakistan. Along this land border, there are 5 land-based trade transit posts which are available for bilateral trade between Pakistan and Iran. So there are 5 existing exit points between Iran and Pakistan for trade. Now, you would have noticed that in between this war that was going on between Israel and Iran that happened between 13th to 24th of June, on 16th June, the Army Chief of Pakistan was invited to USA, and breaking all protocols, President Trump had invited him over to the White House and nobody knew what was going on, although for the public view it was told that he has signed a critical minerals deal and a cryptocurrency deal, incidentally where Trump's family has 60% stakes in that company. But nonetheless, the major reason which we now can figure out was that on the same date, on 16th of June, the land border between Pakistan and Iran was closed. and the reasons quoted were security reasons. Now, Iran completely depends on the outside world for food and other commodities. In the case of all these land borders, if they were kind of monitored by US or Iran was isolated from the land, it had no option but to keep the Strait of Hormuz open. Although Iran had completely taken a decision to close or block the Strait of Hormuz, but it is for this reason that it never came into effect. So the primary reason why USA wants to establish better ties with Pakistan is to ensure that it can counter the threat of Iran in this region. Now, the two secondary reasons that I was talking about was, the first is that playing up on the fears of Pakistan, USA will be able to sell its high-tech weaponry to Pakistan, and presently we are aware that the Air Force Chief of Pakistan, Zahir Ahmad Babar Sidhu, is in USA, and he's looking for long-range missiles, beyond visual range missiles that could be integrated to the F-16s which have been inducted from USA. So it is possible for USA to play up on these fears and sell high-tech weaponry to Pakistan, whereby benefiting the arms industry of USA. Secondary reason that I was talking about is that by having close ties with Pakistan, USA will be able to keep a close tab on China, which is having a growing influence in the Indian subcontinent. So it will be able to have a close tab on China as well. So primarily the three reasons that can be attributed to closeness between USA and Pakistan are: firstly, to counter the threat of Iran; secondly, to sell weaponry to Pakistan; and thirdly, to keep a close tab on China's activity in this region. Hope you find this video interesting. Thank you very much.